In this video, you will learn about list in Python. A list in Python is a dynamic collection of elements. Dynamic because its size is not fixed. It can grow in size as new elements are added and shrink when its elements are removed. After watching this video completely, you will be able to create a list in different ways, add elements to it, access list elements, modify them, delete them, sort a list, add multiple lists together. So let's start. A list in Python is a collection of elements. The elements may be of same or different data types. That is, one element may be a number, an integer or a decimal, and another may be a string. Elements are enclosed between square brackets and each element is separated by a comma. We will straight away jump to the practicals. Open IDE. I am using PyCharm. You can use any other IDE such as Atom. Create a list by using square brackets. Add some values such as orange as a string, 1 as a number, 28.2 as a decimal, and T as a single character. Assign this to some variable. Whenever you need to refer to this list, you will have to do it using this variable name. Now print its type using the type function of Python. Run the program. Right click, run list_demo. Its type is a list. So a list is an object of the class list. So there is a class named list in Python. All the lists that you create are the objects of this class. There is another way of creating a list using the constructor of list class. As you saw above that the type of list is a class list. Every class has a constructor which is a special function for creating objects of the same class. A constructor has the same name as that of the class and it is followed by parentheses, just like any other function. A constructor creates objects of its class. So, call the list constructor using the class name followed by parentheses and assign it to a variable list_constructor. Print its type, run the program. This is also a list. If you are not familiar with classes and objects, then you may use the first method to create list. It also works the same way. You can iterate over a list using a for loop. Let us straight away write a loop to iterate over the list. So, for item in list, colon, enter, tab, print, item. This will loop over the list and in every iteration the item variable will hold the current list element and we are just printing it. It is not mandatory to name this variable as item. You can name it anything else. Run the program. See, all the list elements are printed one by one. Quite often, you will need to access an individual list element. You can do it by using numerical indexes. List elements are indexed and index begins at 0. So the first element is at index 0, second is at index 1 and so on. So the nth list element will be at index n-1. Note that the 0 indexing begins from left to right and the last list element will have an index equal to the total number of list element minus 1. To access an element at a particular position, write its index in square brackets after the list variable. So let's print the first list element. Print list_demo square brackets 0. For printing the fourth element, run the program. See, this is the first element while this is the fourth element. Note that this indexing method starts from left to right. There is another method of indexing where you can access elements from right to left also. List elements are indexed from right to left with negative indexes, where the index of first element from the right is -1, second will be -2, and so on. Back to the example, delete all this. Let's print the element at index -1. Look what is printed, T. This is the first element from the right. Now change this to -2. Run 28.2. This is the second element starting from the right. So in Python you can access list elements from either directions. List elements can be modified by accessing the element to be modified using square brackets and its index and assigning it the new value using equal to operator. So for modifying the second list element, list underscore demo, square brackets. Now the index of second list element will be 1 since element indexes begin at 0. Suppose we want to set it to 5, so equal to 5. Run. Look, the second element is updated to 5. Many times you need to add elements to a list dynamically. There are two ways to add elements to a list. First is the append method, which takes the value to be added as argument and puts this value to the end of the list. So list underscore demo dot append, and let's set a string added dynamically. Print the list. Look, the element is added at the end of the list. Second is the insert method, which takes two arguments. First argument is the position or index at which you want to add the element, and second argument is the element to be added. This method should be used when you want to add an element in between the list. So for adding 15 to the second position, the first argument will be 1, the index of second position, and second argument will be 15, the element to add. Run. See, the element is added at second position. All other elements are shifted towards the right. There are three ways to remove elements from a Python list. First is the pop method. If you call pop directly on the list, it will remove the last or the rightmost element. So list underscore demo dot pop. Run this. See, the last element is removed. You can also pass the index or position of the element that you want to remove to the pop method. Remember that indexes are 0 based. So if you pass 2 to pop, then it should remove the third element. Run. The element is removed. Pop returns the element that it removed from the list. So if you also want the deleted element, assign the returned value from pop to a variable. Let's print this, and it is the last element that was removed from the list. Second way of removing elements from a list is using its remove method. Remove method does not take the index of the element but the value of the element to remove. If you do not know the position of the element but its value, then use this method. So list underscore demo dot remove. Run. Look, the element with value orange is deleted. If you provide an element that does not exist in the list, then remove will give you an error. So let's remove an element that is not present in the list. See, value error, X not in list. Third and final way of removing list elements is by using del operator. So del list underscore demo. Here you need to give the index of the element to remove between square brackets. Again, the index starts from 0. So this will remove the third element from the left. Run. Look, third element is gone. With this method, you can remove multiple elements at one go between two indexes as 0:2. This is called list slicing operator and will delete all the elements between these two indexes excluding the second index. That is, this will delete elements at indexes 0 and 1. Run. Look, the first two elements are deleted. Using del with just the list will remove the list entirely as if it never existed. So let's remove this. Run. See the error. List underscore demo is not defined. Finally, if you want to remove all the list elements, you can use its clear method. Look, the list becomes empty. In Python, you can also combine two lists by simply using a plus, separating the list to be combined. So, create another list, list underscore demo underscore new, and its elements will be 23, 6, 45, 92. Add both the list and assign it to a new list. Let's name it as list underscore combined. Print the list. Run the program. Look, the resulting list contains all the elements from both the lists. Remember that if both the lists contain same elements, then they will appear in the result twice. It will not filter duplicate elements. Example, let me add 1 to the second list so that it is present in both the lists. Run the program. See, 1 is duplicated. Sorting a list means arranging its elements in ascending or descending order. Ascending order means arranging elements from A to Z and from 0 to 9. There are two ways to sort a list, using sort function of list class and by using Python's inbuilt sorted function. The difference between the two methods is that sort function modifies the original list while sorted returns a new list. Let's look at the first one. List underscore demo underscore new dot sort. Let's also print the original list before sorting. Look, the elements are sorted in ascending order, that is, 6 comes before 23, then 45, and so on. Now look at the second method, sort list underscore demo underscore new. Run the program. Both the lists are the same. As I told you earlier, sort method returns a new list and it does not modify the original list. So assign this list to a new list. Let's say list underscore sorted. Now print this list. Run the program. See, the list is sorted. Remember that for sorting to work, all the list elements should be of same data type. This makes sense since for sorting elements they need to be compared and you cannot compare a string with a decimal. Thus, if you try to sort this list, it will be an error since it contains elements of different data types. Let's run this. See the error? Type error, less than not supported between instances of int and str. This is because for sorting it needs to compare elements. You can also sort a list in the reverse order. Reverse order means that elements are arranged from Z to A and 9 to 0. Both the functions accept a reverse argument with values true or false. True means sort the list in reverse order. False means don't sort in reverse order. This is the same as giving no argument. Let's look at the example. Comma, reverse equal to true. Run. See the output? The elements are arranged in reverse order, with the largest element first and the smallest element last. That is all for this video. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to write them in the comment section below.